And that mantra of whatever you don't like doing, do it.
Right.
Love it.
Do something you fucking hate every day.
True thing.
Is jarring for most people to hear.
Yes.
Because most of us seek out our comfort zone. And for you, your comfort zone with dealing with some social anxiety and introversion is to turn inward.
Right.
So how have you been able to rebuild yourself? Because one of the mantras we hear in your videos is, I built this motherfucker.
Right. So I take a lot of passion in who I am as a person. As you hear, as this podcast gets going and going and going, what you're going to do is you're going to transform me from this guy right now that's kind of chilled out in his room, David Goggins, to Goggins. And I had to invent this person. David Goggins is an introverted, soft kid that got beat up growing up, and mindset had to lie to create friends, to get friends, to be accepted. So my life has really been about two people. Very scary, but two people. I had to invent a whole nother human being to get outside of my comfort zone. And that human being became Goggins. Goggins is like the guy that walks out of the phone booth. He's like that Superman that walks out of the phone booth. And I was talking to my fiance today about, it's kind of strange how sometimes I have a conversation between David Goggins, and Goggins will tell David Goggins about the shit he's done. And David Goggins like, what the hell, man? Why are you doing that? That's nuts. So it's kind of this battle between trying to find more of yourself, knowing that the real you is afraid, likes comfort, likes living in a world that is that likes to pat you on the back, give you the things that you want to hear, not the things that you have to hear to get better. So that's where all this kind of started from. And when people hear this podcast, they're going to hear a lot of things that they're going to want to put a title on me. They're going to definitely want to put a title on me to make themselves feel better. I asked them during this podcast, do not do that. Do not look at what you're going to hear. Put a title on me, because basically what you're doing is you're giving yourself a get out of jail free card. That's all you're doing. So all you're doing is saying, this guy was some super freak. He found some super thing in his brain that was locked up. He unleashed it and became this guy. It's a fucking lie. Because every day I wake up, I dread the day. I dread the day of what I'm going to bring on myself to get better. So. And
when did Goggins, this alter ego, appear in your life for the first time?
Goggins appeared and disappeared several times.
Okay.
It appeared the first time when I was 17, and we'll get to that, but it really appeared when I gained about 125 pounds. I went from 175 to 300 pounds almost. And lowest part of my life, I was in a fucked up relationship. I was making no money. I was spraying for cockroaches, and all this stuff was just coming on me. And I was like, I have to find something. And Goggins came out. Like, through all my insecurities, all my fears, all my doubts, all my introverted ways. I used to stutter real bad. Everything I did, I had to find strength in that. And that's kind of when it happened, about 24 years old.
Okay. And the story, if I recall correctly, is walking in to try to become a Navy SEAL into a recruiter's office and basically getting laughed out of the office.
That happened about 7 times.
Okay.
So I give people like the quick version. Right. The quick version, I give them 1 episode. This is about 2 weeks. And in my book, I go through it. You know, I was sitting on the couch, saw this show on Discovery Channel, and that started the process of, I think I want to be a Navy SEAL. So I started calling up different recruiters, walking into some guy said to me, you're fat and you're black. He was an observant motherfucker. You know, I was 300 pounds, black guy walking, and he was very observant. So that kind of went on for a while, and until I met one recruiter. And one recruiter saw something in me that no one else saw and gave me a shot. And
a challenge, right? Come back, lose the weight.
Right. So basically I walked in, I had about 3 months, a little less than 3 months to lose 106 pounds. So I was like, this is fucking impossible, man. I can't do that. And at that time I had no real drive to be a Navy SEAL, to be anything. I just knew something had to change. That I had to, this isn't gonna work, man. This lifestyle that I'm living, something has to change. So I went to work that day and I was spraying for cockroaches.